Welcome to Muddy River News this week. I'm Bob Goff. Jenna Hull is the new executive director of the United Way of Adams County, and she's my guest. Welcome.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Brand spanking new.
Brand new.
You are going to be the third executive director in about a little less than 2 years.
Yes.
So I know when Nancy Bloom got the job last time, and, you know, of course, she has all this management experience, but I didn't figure Nancy would be a long-term thing.
Yes.
So now here you are, and what does getting this position mean to you?
Yeah, well, it means a lot, and you and I have talked about this. This organization is very near and dear to my heart, and I love working for United Way, and I believe in that mission. So it's huge for me. And the board had a really good strategic plan for this. They knew that Nancy wasn't going to be there, long term. She's, wanting to retire and spend time with her family. So they had a really great plan for that. And, it was really great to have a year with such an experienced director, for all of us, and just kind of a little calm in the storm. And so that was really helpful for all of us, I think.
And plus Nancy had been the board president, so she was very familiar with the operations already, plus her years of experience at the health department. Mm-hmm. You had to just kind of come in and kind of say, okay, here's where we are and this is where we need to go. Mm-hmm. But overall, the mission of the United Way just stays the same, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yes. And we are, working towards everything that we do being uniting and empowering the people of Adams County. That is our mission. So that's not changed. And, luckily, the people that have been in those positions before have left us better off each time. And so we just keep building on that. So.
When you talk about your relationship with your member agencies, mm-hmm. How do you interact with them to gauge their needs as you approach each year when you get ready to do your campaigns mm-hmm. and such?
So we have a resource investment process. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but we always are looking for volunteers. So we have that process, and it starts about March. And we meet. They have an application they have to turn in every year. And every year, we tweak that and make it a little bit better, make it a little bit different depending on the needs of the community. And then we have this resource investment process. And so we have a team of volunteers that come in for education, financial stability, and health. And they are the people that make those decisions on where that money goes. And so that works really well for us because they're community people. And so it's not just us making the decision. It's a team of people who are dedicated to making sure that we spend our money, responsibly.
And I assume those needs continue to grow. They certainly don't shrink.
They definitely don't shrink. One of the things that we're seeing, especially across the country, but definitely in Illinois now, is we're talking about this ALICE threshold. And I don't know if you're familiar with that. But that stands for, it's a group of people. It stands for Asset Limited Income Constrained Employed. And so I want to focus on that employed. This is a group of people who are working very hard. Some of them have 2 jobs. Some of them might have 3 jobs. Both parents are working. These are people that are working hard to make a life for themselves, but they still can't quite meet what they need to meet. However, they're not in poverty level because they are their income is high enough that they don't qualify for SNAP benefits. They don't qualify for food. They don't qualify for any of those things. So they're making it, and they're working hard, and they're deserving of our assistance. You're going to see a shift in the next few years, I think, nationwide, moving towards this ALICE focus because these are the people that are missing out on some services, and now they make up about 26% of Adams County.
When you talk about that sort of thing, whether it's poverty thresholds or what have you, whenever mm-hmm. I see those numbers, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
It seems like, okay, you could make $10,000 more than that, and that still doesn't seem like enough to get by these days.
Exactly, and they haven't changed those numbers for a long time. That's why you're seeing this shift. But the reason I am super excited about the ALICE threshold is because these are the people that we are looking to help and have been looking to help. We're always going to want to help people in poverty, right? But these are people that are, again, they are working. they are working hard. Some of them are working 2 jobs, which means they can't go back to school and get that degree that would maybe make them some more money. Or they have 2 kids, and the kids are in daycare and they're paying for that. So there's all those different factors that are involved in it. But we really want to help those people because they're helping themselves. They're working very hard. And so I think you're going to see that shift. I know it's already happened. We just got back, one of our employees just got back from an ALICE conference that they had. So you're going to see that shift, and you're going to see a lot more data, I think, coming through on that in the next few years. So hopefully that's something that we can, work more towards at United Way as well.
Yeah, we always appreciate it when you share, the community needs analysis and things like that, because it really gives us a good barometer. And I think it gives everybody a good barometer, and that's why we try to get that information out when you get to us.
Yes.
Is that, look, this is what our community looks like.
Yes.
We're all going to have our own lives going on, and we're all going to have our own bubbles, for lack of a better term.
Yes.
But when you look at the big picture, we are this community of nearly 40,000 people.
Right.
And there are, when you talk about 26% of 40,000, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's over 10,000.
It's a lot. And it grew quite a bit from the previous year. I believe it was around 18%, don't quote me on that, but
Sure.
It was, it grew quite a bit, and I think part of that is inflation. The food costs and things like that are rising, so maybe people that were a little bit above ALICE have now dropped back down, depending on the cost of living.
Well,
So,
food and, of course, housing, and the cost of housing has certainly gone up, and then, the county and the city are both in the middle of this push to better the housing, and I know
Yes.
you guys are involved in that as well.
Yes, we have 3 committees at United Way that came out of that community needs assessment. So the Community Building Council, which has been around for many years, has 3 teams: housing, poverty, and behavioral health. And those teams have been working hard ever since that assessment came out to try to address those key issues in our community. So.
And you also, I know one of the things that you've really helped out with, the United Way is the vetting process in some of these things. I know when Greta was doing the housing study, you were involved in that, and also back when the county had its COVID money, you guys did a lot of that vetting on that sort of thing.
Yes.
That's the sort of stuff that's in your wheelhouse, because you've already got kind of a working knowledge of the situation. So how do you communicate with the city, the county, and Greta to make sure, okay, this, when you need us, we're here for this, but then when we give you our input, we hope that you value it because of the experience we bring to the table.
Yeah, and we work really well with them. Kyle Moore at Greta is on the housing committee. I believe he chairs it, actually. I'm not positive on that, but we do work really well with Greta, and of course the city of Quincy, they know they can call on us anytime they need something. The mayor does have my cell phone number, so but definitely we want to work well with them. We want to collaborate, but we also want to bring people in that have as much knowledge as we do, and sometimes more. We all need to work together on that, and so we do that very well with the city of Quincy and the mayor, Jeff Mays, and Chuck Bevelheiner, Jason Parrott. They're all amazing people, and we work really well with them. They know they can call on us for anything, and same with us. If we have a need, we can call on them, and they're definitely supportive of us.
I know when we had the situation when the Welcome Inn was condemned, you guys stepped up and did a lot of help on that, and I think that's a situation where that's why you guys are there. That's why the Salvation Army is there.
Yes.
In these times of need, that's when people turn to you.
Yes.
And I think that's to be commended on your part as well, though,
Well,
because you guys have been very responsive.
But the thing of it is too is that is what we love to do. We want to help. We want to be out in the community. We don't always get to be boots on the ground, but when we are, we love it. That Welcome In was something that I worked on with about 17 other agencies, and again, that collaboration, getting that group of people together through VOAD, getting them all to assemble within about 48 hours notice is tremendously, look at our community and how many people responded to that. And then all of a sudden we just started getting money. People gave us money and said, give that to the Welcome In. We ended up with around, I think, $28,000 to give out to those people. So again, the community responds, and we do have a great community, and we're very lucky. I don't think other communities have the social service network that we have. So we're very blessed to have that.
You, of course, moving into this executive director from your position as the running the communications and marketing, I assume you're filling that position?
Yes, that position is open right now. It's marketing and communications as well as campaign. So we're looking to fill that so Jenna doesn't have to do 2 jobs. I mean, why not? So we're a small staff, we can handle it. But we have a great team. You know, I can't say enough about the staff that we have now, and the board feels the same way. We have just been very lucky. We have a great team. We work well together. We tag team a lot of our duties in the office just because sometimes it's nice to have that second or third person to come in and say, oh, wait, did you get this? Or, you know, what about that? And so we're really lucky to have that. But we definitely could be, it would be nice to be fully staffed right now.
Well, I think one thing that, you know, you'll be able to focus on that, and also the fact that you, again, when we talk about the continuity, you know, you've got this position now, you're planning on staying there a while, right?
Yes, I'm not going anywhere. You know, I grew up here. I've been here my whole life. I joke and tell people I waited till I was 50 to get, you know, I'm not 50 yet, but I'm almost 50. So I waited my whole life to get my dream job, which I now have.
I was going to say you aren't even in your 40s yet, so
well,
you're
thanks.
not even that close to retiring.
Thank you. We'll pretend that I'm not in my 40s yet. That'll be great. But no, I mean, it's, you know, I've lived here my whole life. My family's here. Our parents and grandparents are all here. You know, my son goes to college here. My daughter's still in high school here. So this is our home and this is our community. And I'm just really blessed to be a part of such a great organization and be able to stay here.
Well, Jenna Hull, good luck.
Yes,
congratulations again, and thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
That's all the time we have for now. We'll see you next week.